Are you thinking about purchasing investment properties and self-managing them? Or do you have a few investment properties that you already have and you're dealing with a property manager that you're super frustrated about? If this is the case, you've clicked on the right video. This is the first video in a series where we're going to be talking about how to successfully self-manage your investment properties. My name is Dave Hathaway. I'm CEO and founder of Hathaway Property Management, and I've been involved in real estate for 12 years. And in that time, we've accumulated a 50-unit portfolio, which we currently successfully self-manage. Today, I will be talking about what is property management and why you might consider self-managing your properties. What is property management? Property management is operating or managing real estate on behalf of owners to generate income and protect real estate values. Some of the key responsibilities of property management are tenant screening, rent collections, maintenance, managing budgets, or enforcing leases. Some other responsibilities of property managers are marketing, promoting, negotiating leases, and handling legal issues, i.e. evictions. So what is self-management? In essence, self-management is being the property manager yourself. But I know that sounds a bit overwhelming, so I'm gonna dumb it down for you even more. Our definition of self-management is taking back control of your property through efficient systems and processes. This affords you the ability to do all the property management or only some of the property management. It's whatever you choose. And per se, you can hire out the stuff that you don't want to do to, say, boots on the ground third parties. So why would I recommend self-management? Let me give you a bit of background before I'll tell you why I recommend it. Over those 12 years of real estate experience, we've gone through, I want to say, about 7 different property managers. Some of those were mom and pop operators that managed only a small handful of properties, say 15 units. And other of those property managers were very large. They managed 3,000 plus units, and there were some in the middle. What ended up happening was I was spending a lot of time involved with the property manager, whether it was through questions, whether it's through all sorts of things. And I started having to reflect, hey, why am I doing so much managing of the manager? And this is kind of what I found. Some of the property managers had strengths, some of them had weaknesses, some had mostly weaknesses and no strengths, but I found some common issues. Lack of communication, high expensive repair bills, long, lengthy repair times to tenants, tenants having lack of communication with them and the property manager, lack of accountability to who I need to send questions to or who's responsible for what actions in that property management company, long leasing times. And these are only a few of the issues that I found. But with me spending a lot of time dealing with these issues with the property manager that I was paying, I said there has to be a better way. And that's when we decided that self-management would be the best way for us. I've chatted with many investors that have small to medium to large portfolios, and they also think self-management has been for them and for similar reasons. Fast forward 1 year after we started self-managing our own properties or portfolio, we found that there's just been so many benefits. We got control back. Our profits went up. Eviction percentage went down, and the time that we were able to evict tenants went down. Repair costs went down. Repair time, which is extremely important, especially to tenant satisfaction, went down. Our rule is usually to try to get a repair done or a tenant responded to within 24 hours. Efficiency went up. Communication went up. Communication between us, communication between the tenant went up, which provided to tenant satisfaction. And you'll see kind of a overarching theme that tenant satisfaction keeps tenants in your units for longer, which creates higher profits. So a lot of these kind of just snowball on each other. And what I found interesting is I don't feel like I spend more time self-managing than I did with dealing with a property manager. I feel like I spend the same amount of time, if not less. And the last awesome benefit, it has provided us the opportunity to pay for an executive assistant full-time that handles all of our property management. And it's cheaper than having a property manager because we use a virtual assistant in the Philippines. So those are a few of the benefits that we found for self-managing over using a property management company. To summarize what we went over in this video, we talked about what is property management, what is self-management, why you might benefit from self-management, and why you might want to consider it. If you found the content in this video useful and you're interested more about self-management or real estate investing, like and subscribe to the video. We'll be putting out more content here soon. Thank you guys.